this bridge here. Coming up on the right-hand side, right on the sidewalk over here, see a statue of St. Anthony the Pope. Gift from Portugal for World's Fair in 68. It is said when the Spaniards arrived here, the day was June 13, 1691, which is also the feast day for International. To also honor him, they named the city and the river San Antonio, the San Antonio River. The original name of the river used to go by Yanaguana, like an old Indian dialect name, which Yanaguana means place of peaceful water. Staying on the right-hand side, right behind all these trees, you see a really nice church. Over here on the top right-hand side, big little steeple right on top of it. It's going to be St. Joseph's Catholic Church, built by Germans back in 1868. Of course, you know, they built this so they can start having mass in their own language. Even to this day, every fourth Sunday, they have a nice German service that goes on. The German choir that's singing in there called the Dieran. It is open to the public. You can go inside and you'll see some beautiful stained glass windows or all brought over from Munich, and they place them all across the church. Staying on the right, next to the Chamber of Commerce here, look on the corner right-hand side, right on Alamo Street. Notice a big old orange sculpture there. It's titled Torture French. It's a gift from Mexico in 2002. Artist who did that, his name is Sebastian. He made it look like two candles with a flaming lighting at the top, symbolizing the friendship the U.S., Canada, Mexico have on with each other. So we're going to be exiting out of this area here. We'll come back to this section later on. Next part of the river right here in front of us, what we're going to get onto is the Natural Park River. The natural flow of this river. Yes, this is a real river. The river will run through the heart of San Antonio. We're going to run south, 149 miles down south to where it connects with the Guadalupe, and then of course goes right into the Gulf of Mexico. Nice hotel coming up right here in front of us to the left-hand side. This is going to be the Hilton Palacio del Rio. This hotel here was built in 202 working days. This is like 8 months just to complete it. First 4 floors are built here right on site, like any other hotel. But it's the rooms at the very top that make it different. All those rooms up there, plus 500 rooms are actually built somewhere else, off-site, at an HB location several miles away from here. Rooms are solid concrete floors, sides, and ceilings are considered to be explosion, fire, and soundproof. All you noisy guests, this is the hotel to stay. Once they built the outside of the rooms, they placed everything inside them: carpets, beds, toilets, towels, soap, and this rooms fully furnished, ready to go before they're here at the location. That's when they brought them over on trucks, and they had cranes pick them up and just start stacking them on top of each other, like a kid playing with Lego blocks. They're put up the same way. Opened up 2 days before the World's Fair kicked off here in San Antonio, 1968. A nice, unique hotel they have in a hotel family. I have to go right around the curve here. Right in the corner, there's a couple nice restaurants. There's a little steakhouse and a big tree restaurant. These guys started off as or German centers in their families back in 1750. Couple nice restaurants on here, and we're going up for that. Right in front of us, the Arneson Group Theater. This theater can seat up to around 800 people on the left-hand side. The stage over here on the right. If you were down here last night, you probably saw a show going on right on top of here. So this show goes on every Friday and Saturday nights. Show called Fiesta Noche del Rio. Singers, dancers, and mariachi players performing on top of that stage, pretty much always in front of a sold-out crowd. Every summer, pretty much put on this show.
La otra vez le tomé una foto una vez, todavía no me dio tiempo, solo lo filmé rápido.
Coming up right right here in front of us to the top right-hand side, a little museum located right up there, the Bristol Western Art Museum. You haven't gone inside there, it's really neat. You find a collection of old spurs, saddles, swords, you know, stuff like that. Even an old saddle from Pontoville, and a sword that used to belong to Santa Anna, located right inside there. Over here in the top left-hand side, there's a little area located right over here. Area right there is called La Vida, little village of San Antonio. Nice artisan community with gift shops, boutiques, and restaurants located all throughout. Like a giant market for you. It's open every day from 10 to 6. On the other side of the bridge right here in front of us to the right hand side, there's going to be a little island here where the boats are standing on right on top of that. In front of a little sculpture called Father Massemet's Table to commemorate the first Catholic Mass held along the river track on June 1691. Now they're on this little island known as Marriage Island. They'll average around 300 weddings a year on here. During the past several days, we had couples that got married right on top of it. They hold really nice ceremonies with them on that. Really nice ones. Thing is, we're still trying to figure out what the divorce rate on that island is. Part of the river here is what's known as Old Mills Crossing at 1800s. The area is very shallow and flat surface, actually made it easy for the settlers to be going through here on their wagons without having to unload or reload their cargo. Take the time to tour across right here. Top left-hand side of the building right over here, this is called Tower Life. Several nice features on this. Look towards the top and at the corner you see gargoyles sticking out from them. Gargoyles are part of the drain system with them, acting as water spots for whenever it does rain around here. 8 sides to the building, one of our ecological ship buildings we have in the country. As I get closer, you see also the spaces located right above the first floor. You see how big above these trees? A whole bunch of faces right there. So the thing you have on your building back in the 20s and 30s, Gothic architecture. They said to scare away evil spirits and bad luck away from the building. A building opened up in 1929. Lights up in orange at the very top of it at night. Now right over here on the right-hand side, next to the Homewood Suites here, the International Center coming up on the right-hand side. Located underneath this building, there's a little marina. We store half of our boats underneath there at night. We have a fleet of around 42 boats underneath that. Big red building in front of us with a green roof is our Fair County Courthouse, built 1896. Oldest and largest courthouse we have here in Texas. Also located here, but this is going to be located right underneath the water. We're going to be going over a floodgate. Once this floodgate is activated, it comes out from right underneath the water like a drawbridge and closes off the air that we are descending. Floodgates all around here. Again, this is one of them. Two of the ones you cannot see but are located beside us on the left, way back there by the third bridge. Underneath the bridge, right inside the water, 2 huge floodgates are side by side, creating a big wall, 25 feet high and as wide as the flood channel we're getting onto now. Now, of course, whenever we do get any amount of rain down here, the water will start rising quickly and open the gates right back there, so it won't flood anything around it. So once the gates open up, the water will bypass the city through here and exit right back there. This flood channel was built here in 1926 so they can straighten out the river here. It maintains the water levels around here a lot better. It's even the deepest part of the river walk right here. It's around 18 to 20 feet. Sidewalk on the right-hand side was donated by the Drury Plaza. Drury Plaza is on here on the right-hand side. The entrance point, river walk up onto their hotel. On the left, the main plaza, the heart, the center of the downtown area. But look behind the main plaza here. Behind all these trees where the top you see a quick glimpse of San Fernando Cathedral. Look at way up there at the top. San Fernando was built in 1739, one of the oldest cathedrals that we have in the U.S. Even inside that, it has a marble crypt that holds the ashes of some of the defenders of the animal. Couple of them is David Crockett and William Fountain. San Fernando Cathedral. One of the oldest and largest cypress trees we have around here is located right there in front of us. The big old cypress tree there is around 350 years old. Taking a ride going back into the downtown area, another one of these luggage. We'll be located right here in front of us at the top. Weighs in at 2 tons, it works like a garage door and it comes straight down. City will test the gates out at least twice a year just to make sure they do work properly down here. Now of course, you know, they do not want another flood to happen like happened back in 1921. Notice right here to the right hand side and in the middle of the wall are going to be 2 trees growing right through the walls, right here on my right. The fake train of box out of tree. Got there because of the flood. Building on my left was built that same year, months before the flood hit us. This was an old city public service building. When the water came, the water rose to the top first floor of the building on the left. This bridge in front of us is 8 feet underwater. Third of the city was showing. That's why they're professionally showing installing everything all throughout here. Everything you saw right behind us. Help stop the flooding ever happen again along the river wall. Located right here to the right hand side. This one works out of an old Aztec theater. It's the last of its kind that we have here in Texas. They used to play silent black and white movies here in 1926. Now it's a nice little entertainment venue. You know, these local bands, artists from all around the country to perform right inside this. Very tough. Cream colored building located over here to the top right hand side. O'Hara Hotel and Spa that sits on the previous side of the Frank Saddle Company. These provide saddles and harnesses of many people, especially the Teddy Roosevelt and the truck riders. On the other side, right here on the left, is the Omni La Mansion Hotel. This one actually started off way back in 1853 as a St. Mary's School for boys. They like that to the 1950s. That's when they decided to move the campus a little further up north there. So they pretty much pulled off. Law students came along, thought they had a better idea of it. Made it bigger, extended it, and turned it into the hotel. Opened it up just in time for the World Tour we had down here in 1968. Right next to this La Mansion on my left, you see the large building at the top there? Big building right up there. It's the Nix Hospital, built in the 1930s. First full service, fully air-conditioned hospital area in Texas. This curve for them was more right inside. The building does give off an optical illusion after this bridge. Go ahead and stay looking to the left and straight up at this. It's going to look like a flat, freestanding wall, just like a flat wall. It's right here on my left. And straight up, you can see it right now. Look at that. Still a hospital out here. The only thing is they moved the recovery room to the bottom of it, which they need to explain. Area here we call the nightlife section of the Riverwalk clubs, bars, and big entertainment restaurants all around here. Looking for good fun, entertainment, maybe just a little bit dancing and raw. This is the area to come back to. In those crazy nights, we do get people that fall inside this river here. It's even much funnier. They don't realize it's 3 to 4 feet deep all throughout here. As we go around the curve, the area coming up over here on the left-hand side, this area is called Paso de Alamo. Find yourself here, you come on through these doors, walk past the waterfalls and gardens to the other side, and end up right around the Alamo. The area here is located underneath the hotel, the Hyatt Regency, built only 16 stories high. Will now cast a shadow over the Alamo Sunset Field. 1987 was a social club for them. Then turned into an apartment complex at the top of this nice restaurant here in Panama. Now the area we're entering now, this section here in front of us, this is called the River Square. Great variety of food you can find around here. We got steakhouses, Italian, seafood, barbecue, burger joints. The part of you might even spot a Mexican restaurant. Now you might run into like 1, 2, or 15 of them around here. You gotta keep your eyes open for them. You're going to match some of your ticket stubs, a discount or a free appetizer in this area. But of course, they're looking for none of this, and all you want is a good-sized margarita. Don't worry, folks, this is the place to get it. Here in front of us to the right, they'll serve you up a 46-ounce margarita, which is not bad. It's a good size, but it's too small. You want bigger. So we hop on over to the left-hand side and waiting for you there is a 60-ounce margarita, folks. You heard me right, a 60-ounce margarita that only holds 11 shots of tequila. Great way to start off a vacation. I'm sure I catch you in the river after one of those. Yeah.
No ves puro mala, no ves otro.
Free margaritas, you heard her. Right over here on the right, there's no restaurant coming up here. This is Casa Rio, the first restaurant I opened up on the Riverwalk in 1946. First was pretty much provided with everything you see all around here. Trying to get more people, more business down to this Riverwalk level. Even our boat started off the location here at gondola boats back then. Eventually they evolved to the ones we're on right now, and these run on compressed natural gas. Casa Rio here on my right hand side. We're going to get off this natural part, re-enter this area we started off at. Starting underneath this bridge, all this area in front of us, this is man-made. This stretch here in front of us was built in the 60s for the World's Fair we had down here in 68. The area here is like 5-6 feet deep, concrete floors and concrete ceiling. Once this area was completed, the city provided a water taxi service for them walk around. Some of the 7 million people that attended the World's Fair. Taxi would bring the people back and forth from down here up to the fairgrounds, of course, brought right back. Thousands of people enjoyed this. Came back here every year, making this, which are on right now, the second largest sports attraction we have here in Texas, right behind the Alamo. Another interesting hotel we have around the area, it's called the Fairmont Hotel, which the Fairmont used to stand right there in front of us behind those trees. You see where the Marriott is? Little Marriott logo right at the top. Fairmont stood there from 1906 all the way up to the mid-1980s. As you can see, it's not there anymore. What happened to that is when it came time for the city to start building the mall that's right here on the left, built this with the Marriott, the city had to do something with the Fairmont Hotel. They wanted to keep the building. They just did not want to tear it down, and they did not want to tear it down. Several months passed, and all these ideas came up, and the best solution they chose was to simply just to pick it up and move it. What they did is started lifting up the building on these big axles they placed underneath it. So once they got the building up to a certain height, they placed tires underneath it, and they moved it from right there in front of us, moved it 5 blocks down to its new location in South Alamo and Oil Street. Moved the building in one piece. 6 days it took them to completely move that, a whopping speed of 0.06 miles an hour. It is the second of 2 hotels in the Guinness Book of World Records. That one it's in there for being the largest building moved through a city on air-flow tires. Weighing in at 1,600 tons, it's 3 stories high, and it still stands it to this day. Yes, we down here in Texas, we're that crazy. We're crazy. This last area that we're going to be looking at, we're going to take a ride and go into the lagoon area of the convention center. This will be the Henry D. Gonzalez Convention Center. Named after the first Hispanic American to be elected in the House of Representatives around the 1960s. The largest and most modern convention facilities that we have in the country today. Also has a nice hotel connected right with this. Grand Hyatt Hotel. It's right here in front of us to the left-hand side. Fine Arts Theater called the Lila Cockrell Theater up here on the left-hand side. Named after the first female mayor that served 3 terms down there with us. 2 consecutive ones in the 70s and 80s. 3rd term in the early 90s. We'll make a loop right here in front of us and come back through here. Then I'll talk about the mosaic you see up there at the top left-hand side. A really nice mosaic here right up there. Some of y'all heard that we do drain this river down here to drain this and clean out all the mud and junk that's right underneath this, trying to make the river a lot cleaner. Once you start cleaning this out, you know, they tend to find all these items that people draw for on side and stuff like cameras and phones, jewelry, sunglasses, chairs, strollers, wheelchairs. Even last January, we reported they found several television sets down here as well, a couple TVs. Now, the 2 items that actually topped the list for this year's one, they found a whole bunch of wedding rings down here. The one that actually topped them all, they found a whole bunch of Houston Texans jerseys down here as well. It's crazy. Depending what they have to do on the river floors, how long they keep it drained. Keep it drained from 7 to 10 days throughout, just like a vacation. It's part of the convention center right here in front of us. This used to be the previous site of an old hemisphere arena where the San Antonio Spurs used to play at. They had to tear it down to make way for the convention center. The team went through several arenas around the city. They finally got a home at the AT&T Center, several miles east away from here, which you should all know by now. They're planning to bring home the 5th NBA championship in the next couple of weeks. Done by one person, one artist. His name is Juan O'Gorman. Over a year took him for him to do this. Right in the middle, 3 people, 2 of them representing Adam and Eve. In between them 2 is a small kid, a child of the future. Closer, he's actually standing on a small Alamo. Now, the mural consists of over 400,000 1-inch by 1-inch tiles, 10 different natural colored stones that were all brought in from 7 different countries throughout the world. Brought to us to start making this. Titled A Confluence of Civilization, which means the coming together of the eastern and western hemispheres of the world with great peace. The governor of River walked up with it. What's it? No. No, it's just one. No, ya ya tenemos la vuelta. As we exit from here, coming out from right here, the bridge is where you'll see the Tower of the Americas, the centerpiece of the world. So we are down here at 68. Tower, you're going to see right behind us, towards the very top. You should start seeing this right about now. At the top of the tower, inside of the restaurant, it revolves a full circle every hour. Above that, the observation deck, a fantastic view of the city. Standing at 750 feet tall, making it the 2nd largest freestanding tower that we have in the country. A lot of people tend to think the tallest one in the country is the one that stands in Seattle, the space, but Seattle is number 3 in the list. It's never done it. One that stands in Vegas, the Stratosphere, is number 1 in the country. That was like a little over 1,000 feet tall. A couple rides on top of that, you're crazy enough you can get on. And of course, coming up here will be the end of the tour rides. I hope you enjoyed a nice little piece of paradise we are down here in San Antonio. One side dock the boat, just give me a second here, let me tire down before your safety. And also for a job, all donor drivers appreciate your tips and good tunes. Again, I hope you enjoyed San Antonio, folks. Have a great time down here. Y'all be safe going home, and thank y'all for coming. Thank you.